Facebook, all of it. And I am surrounded by some of the very best chefs in Los Angeles. Here we have Michael Voltaggio, star of stage and screen, who has in his kitchen at the new restaurant Inc., which will open September 16th, unless it doesn't.
No, they're going to the
21st, I promise. 21st. That's it.
We talked to Devin yesterday.
Really, we never hold chefs to the opening date, because the second that it's open, there'll be 300, 400 covers a night, and he won't even remember how to tie his shoes. So let him enjoy his Vans. He's very smart. He can skateboard between his restaurant and the brand new Ink Sack, a sandwich shop, which is 3 doors away. Very good.
All these like fanboys over there.
We have
Fanboys.
Walter Mansky, who has an absolutely brilliant chef whose last permanent gig here was at Church and State, but who cooked at Bastille during one of its most brilliant periods. He too has a restaurant opening, though not quite so soon. Next year sometime, right?
Late in the spring of next year, hopefully.
I can't wait. And until then, he will probably pop up as a ninja in one place or another, so you will have to look for his Twitter feed. When did he decide to tweet? This is November or something, hasn't it?
Yeah. Okay, I'm on
Yeah, somewhere
Is he
around.
really big on social media? Mansky.
We do not all suck off that particular tea, and that's okay. And then we have Craig Thornton from Wolf's Mouth, which is
Really big on Twitter.
a man who I first became aware of when he kept sending me emails about his scheme to hang out in Echo Park and give people walking by on the sidewalk free foie gras.
Hey!
I don't think it was a profit-making venture, but I approve of it. Especially if you hung out in front of Elf and told people it was vegan.
It was that area, actually.
Sunset and Alvarado.
Perfect. Couldn't be better. And in thinking about Twitter, and some of us think about Twitter way too often, there are several ways of going about it, I think. And one of the most interesting ways of going about tweeting is probably the way that Michael does it, in which if you sign up to his Twitter feed, and I recommend it because it's really entertaining, it's basically Michael talking shit to his friends, and you get to and you get to watch, and you get to listen in, and you get to figure out what he's excited about, and you get to see like the dish that he had that he's totally stoked about, or the preparation he's doing that he's stoked about, and it's really cool. It's not formal. It's not designed to get you specifically into the restaurant, but it kind of gives you a real picture of who you are.
Yeah, but sometimes I forget that there's people actually listening or reading it, so there's no editing, there's no self-editing, actually. It just kind of comes out, and it's good and it's bad, because the good news is that it does come directly out of my mouth and not going through a publisher and then perceived as something different. The bad news is it comes out of my mouth, and so I guess you could carve it in stone at that point.